It's time for the PlayAction Sports Report with Tim Lambert. School, travel, youth, and amateur sports from Athens and Limestone County. Interviews, results, and more. Don't go away. The PlayAction Sports Report is next.
One of the worst feelings you can have is that of being stranded. Well, BT's Towing, Tire, and Truck Repair makes that a thing of the past, with 24/7 towing services and roadside assistance in the northern Alabama and southern Tennessee areas. But that's not all. They also offer truck and trailer repair, mobile welding, brake service and repair, new and used tires, and other major and minor repairs. Their name says it all, BT's Towing, Tire, and Truck Repair. For 24/7 response, call 497-8234. That's 497-8234. BT's Towing, Tire, and Truck Repair.
Athens Utilities comprises Athens Electric, Athens Gas, and Athens Water Services. Together, we are committed to providing reliable and affordable electricity, natural gas, and water and wastewater services. We operate as part of the City of Athens, and just like our city's motto of Athens is classic, Southern character, we believe in supporting what makes our community special. And that includes Athens and Limestone County sports. Call 233-8750, come by the office at 508 South Jefferson Street, or look for the link online at athensal.us.
We here at Tailgate Talk might be taking the summer off, but you can still get your fix every Saturday morning at 10 with the best of Tailgate Talk. We'll feature conversations with special guests from past shows so you can revisit your favorites or catch up on what you might have missed until we come back in August. And, of course, you can always log on to tailgatetalk.net to hear them whenever you want. The best of Tailgate Talk, Saturday mornings at 10 this summer on 1080 WKAC. Hey, welcome to another PlayAction Sports Report. This time around, we feature a couple of interviews on our Athens Utilities Special Guest Spotlight. We streamed from the Limestone County Sports Hall of Fame banquet back in 2022, and this week's guests come from that presentation, former East Limestone football and basketball standout Walter Hill, and former Clements multi-sport athlete and basketball coach John Wayne King. The On Deck segment later on takes a look at local sports announcements, but for now, we'll take a look at the BT Backtrack, brought to you by BT's Towing, Tire, and Truck Repair.
Backtrack.
Congratulations to Athens Bible School's Luke Davis for his golf commitment to UNA. Lindsay Lane's Ray Anderson, Alex Cook, and Max Morrison were part of AL.com's Tennessee Valley Terrific 20 baseball team. James Clemens' Luke Davenport was also on the list. Southern Vortex Tuck won their 12U division at the Midnight Madness softball tournament in Coleman over the weekend. The 14U Southern Vortex finished second in their category.
Enter your nominations and vote for the Applebee's Athlete of the Week at tailgatetalk.net. The winner receives a gift card from the Athens Applebee's and a Tailgate Talk t-shirt from that shirt printing place. The PlayAction Sports Report will be right back.
The PlayAction Sports Report.
One of the worst feelings you can have is that of being stranded. Well, BT's Towing, Tire, and Truck Repair makes that a thing of the past, with 24/7 towing services and roadside assistance in the northern Alabama and southern Tennessee areas. But that's not all. They also offer truck and trailer repair, mobile welding, brake service and repair, new and used tires, and other major and minor repairs. Their name says it all, BT's Towing, Tire, and Truck Repair. For 24/7 response, call 497-8234. That's 497-8234. BT's Towing, Tire, and Truck Repair. The Bama Zach Memorial Scholarship has been set up to honor the legacy of Bama Zach Green, a huge fan of the Crimson Tide, along with Limestone County sports. The scholarship will go each year to a male and female athlete from Limestone County. Checks should be made out to Bama Zach Memorial Scholarship and can be sent in care of Garth Garris, 13833 Pinnacle Drive, Athens, Alabama, 35613. Donations can also be made in person at First State Bank of the South at 1319 Highway 72 East in Athens. Thank you for showing your support for local athletes by giving to the Bama Zach Memorial Scholarship.
Takes the snap. He's going to roll out to the far side. He's going to throw it off his back foot deep. He's got a man. Touchdown! James Clements!
Be listening for James Clements High School football this coming season as the Jets take on the best in Class 7A competition. You can hear every featured game streamed live online at pasnetwork.net on your Amazon Echo device or on your PlayAction Sports app and later on demand. You can also hear the replays Sunday afternoons on WKAC Radio. Join us for exciting coverage of James Clements Jets football this coming season from PlayAction Sports. Back now with the Athens Utilities Special Guest Spotlight. As I said earlier, we make it a point to stream from the Limestone County Sports Hall of Fame banquet every year, and with the exception of 2 COVID years, back in 2020 and 21, we've been able to do just that. Back in 2022, we visited with a couple of the inductees for that year. We begin with former East Limestone basketball and football standout Walter Hill.
Played at East Limestone. We'll get to the other part of the story in a minute, but how many years did you play football? Were you a late bloomer in sports, or did you start with basketball and come into football later?
No, I wasn't a late bloomer in sports. I just never really had the interest to play football, aside from playing in the sandlot or in the park with some of my friends.
What Charles Barkley said, I went out there one day. Them folks are hitting out there. They're crazy.
I mean, I did. It was just one of those things. But I had always gravitated towards basketball or baseball, with youth sports and everything coming up. So, but I always knew I could play because all of the guys that were playing football, you see us in the park, and it's like everybody's like, "Hey, you need to come out and play." I'm like, "No, I'm good. I'll just keep doing y'all.
I'll just keep outrunning you."
So I was done for asking this off the air because I'm going to have to make you repeat yourself. But what we were talking about off the air is that your time at Tennessee Tech with Mike Hennigan and about his impact on you and how you ended up getting there.
Yes. Well, like I mentioned to you earlier, I only played football my junior and senior year, here at East Limestone, and was, obviously was able to achieve the things I was able to achieve. And considering that football was never really on my radar coming up, it was so stressful with all of the recruiting, efforts and letters and, visits and all of the phone calls 24/7. It was really, really overwhelming to me as a youth because I wasn't one of those guys to say, hey, I want to go play for such and such or this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
So Tennessee Tech, when they came calling, I really made my decision to go there because they were the only school who did not pressure me at the time. They really just said, hey, here's a scholarship for you. Whether you go with us or not, we understand how stressful this is. Take your time. We hope you come here. If you don't, we're losing out on the scholarship. But if you do, hey, great, we'd love to have you. And that just made everything so much calmer for me. And that's, really the main reason why I went to Tennessee Tech, because of the lack of pressure from those guys.
What'd you think about Cookeville, Tennessee?
Oh man, Cookeville! It was definitely different when you first get there because I came here and it was almost like an adjustment period all over again because when we initially moved to Athens, Alabama, it was during my sophomore year in high school. Came from Starkville, Mississippi. So I really only had 3 years here, and then boom, I'm getting up right when I started getting,
we figured you'd be a bulldog, and we didn't know you'd come from Starkville.
Well, again, one of those stories where Bulldogs. Jackie Sherrill came, sat in the living room, and he was like, "Well, we're wanting you to play defensive back or safety for us." And I'm looking at him and I'm like, well, I'm one of the top wide receivers in the state. You want me to play DB?
Right.
And then I got started thinking about the guys coming around the edge that I would have to, kind of hit. And I was like, oh, man, look, I know you want me because you see all of the interceptions, but there's another part to this thing. And so I was like, nah, I'm good. I think I prefer the offensive side of the ball more than the defensive side of the ball.
What was it like playing for Coach Cav?
Coach Cav, I love that dude. I mean, Coach Cav was the most intense, just fun-loving mentor. I could go on and on about this guy. He made me love the game of football. I went in there just saying, hey, I'm just going to play these last 2 years and, go on with my life. He really, because of Coach Cav and the drive and how he believed in me and how, he just, challenged me to inspire to do, he saw the talent in me. I knew I could play, but he really said, hey, you have no idea how far you can take this thing. And his belief, when you got somebody in you that's constantly in your ear preaching that belief to you, you start believing it. And then you start wanting to achieve, for yourself, but also for that guy. This guy believes in me so much, and so let me get out here and do everything I can to make him proud. And it was just awesome playing for him.
What I loved about him, it'd be 30 below zero, and he's still wearing him shorts.
Oh, my goodness. Out there in shorts. That's all and you make a good play, and the first one there headbutting you. We're just looking at him like crazy, like, Coach, I got on a helmet, and you just headbutted me, and you start seeing the blood coming down, and he didn't care. He just loved us so much and loved that program. It was, such a great experience.
He was taken away way too soon.
Yes, he was.
Yes, he was. Absolutely.
He was a great man.
Miss him. Really, really miss him.
Now, I started school in Cookeville, so that was a few years before you came along. That was when the Beatles were coming out.
Oh, wow.
That tells you how long ago that was.
Well, I used to work and
went to Jerry Whitson Elementary School.
Okay.
I traveled with my job, and years ago I would stay in Cookeville for a lot. So it was almost like a second hometown there.
Oh yeah, I went up there recently. It looks totally different from when I was there. Really, that city has grown so much.
So you went to college on a football scholarship. What was your favorite? Was it basketball or football or?
Well, I would have to say football. My love, my absolute love coming up was basketball. But again, when I started playing, it immediately it switched. So football became that dominant, sport to me. And, I wanted to see how far I could take it. And, it's been good to me.
Yeah,
it's good. It's got you here. Congratulations for being nominated.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Next, we have former Clements basketball coach and multi-sport athlete John Wayne King.
Buddy, you was a 4-sport star for Clements High School, baseball, basketball, football, and track.
Well, we had very little track. We did have a few meets. Same thing in baseball.
What did you do in track?
I was a long jumper.
There you go.
I was a long jumper.
All right. Cool.
So I saw another thing in there that you were good enough in baseball where you got a tryout for the Atlanta Braves. Can you talk to me a little bit about that tryout?
Well, I was playing American Legion baseball here in Athens, and Coach Smith, who was coaching the team, he got that together. I don't know how. But the next thing I knew, was in a car and was headed to Atlanta. And we stayed over there that night and then went out the next day and worked out in the old field out there. And I found out I was too slow, pretty quick. And but anyway, it was a great opportunity for me because they put me in a Braves uniform. I went in the clubhouse, and just as I walked in the clubhouse, Henry Aaron was standing.
Oh, wow. That's really cool.
And I was too dumb to get an autograph. Too scared, mainly. But anyway, we got out on the field. They hit me, what seemed like 1,000 baseballs. They short, second, and third. And then I got to hit a few. And I'd already signed to play basketball at Calhoun.
Yeah.
And I was going to play baseball with Coach Fricky. So they said, just go back and do that, and we'll stay in touch with you. So I got hurt my freshman year and missed part of it. And so that was about the end of that story. It's quite an experience, so.
I was going to ask you if basketball was your standout sport. I mean, you're going to ask you if basketball was your standout sport because you're kind of short. That's the joke. You're like really tall guy.
Well, in high school, basketball probably was my best sport.
Okay.
Of course, we won state championship, co-championship in football, and then the championship in basketball the same year. Basically the same people.
Same, because there wasn't many. Everybody was a two-sport athlete back then.
Yeah, probably a lot of people were probably playing offense and defense for football as well.
Yeah, well, I did.
Yeah.
So it was. We had a group of guys that pretty much grown up together, played together from about 7th grade on, and So it was a good experience.
So you probably have a lot of really good memories from winning. I mean, back to back. With football and basketball being on the heels of each other. That's really cool to win it the same year.
Well, we didn't. Of course, we won the state tournament in basketball in Tuscaloosa, but we didn't know about the co-championship until a little later on, and so that was quite an experience for us.
Yeah.
So after you graduated, you come back and you go back and coach at Clements. What was that like coming back coaching at your alma mater?
Well, when you're only about 4 years older than the kids you're coaching.
Aha! Yes, sir.
But we had some good athletes, had some good years down there. As a matter of fact, one of them's being honored here tonight, John Johnson.
Okay.
Yep.
John played at Clements, and then he signed with Ole Miss.
Yep.
And when he went down there, he was about 6'3", 273 pounds.
Really?
And that was one of the largest people they'd signed back. Now that's just they got defensive backs the way that much.
It's just about, yes, sir.
Now, wasn't John Garland on that team?
Pardon me?
Wasn't John Garland on that team?
Yeah, I think so.
He's one of my golfing buddies.
Okay, so do you still keep up with Clements? Do you still keep up with Clements sports quite often? Like, do you still keep up with how they're doing in basketball, how they're doing in football?
Not as much as I have been in the past. I've been to some football games and some basketball. Of course, at Calhoun, I played basketball with Coach Shuttlesworth, and I played baseball with Coach Fred Fricky. Coach Fricky forgot more baseball than some people ever learned.
Wow.
But he was a heck of a player, heck of a coach.
And when you got out of Calhoun, you went to Athens State?
I did.
Right.
And I played baseball there.
Played baseball there?
Yeah.
Now, did Coach Belcher coach baseball too? Did Coach Belcher coach baseball too?
No.
He was just basketball, I guess.
Harold Merrill coached it later on. Leon Holiday coached when I was playing. So.
Well, Mr. John Wayne King, it sure was good to see you, sir. Thank you for joining us.
Appreciate y'all being here.
That was former Clements basketball coach and multi-sport athlete John Wayne King, and before him, former East Limestone basketball and football standout Walter Hill, both 2022 inductees to the Limestone County Sports Hall of Fame, sitting down with Tom McClung, Adam Dodson, Jay Vassar, and me.
The special guest spotlight is brought to you by Athens Utilities.
The PlayAction Sports Report.
Athens Utilities comprises Athens Electric, Athens Gas, and Athens Water Services. Together, we are committed to providing reliable and affordable electricity, natural gas, and water and wastewater services. We operate as part of the City of Athens, and just like our city's motto of Athens is classic, Southern character, we believe in supporting what makes our community special. And that includes Athens and Limestone County sports. Call 233-8750, come by the office at 508 South Jefferson Street, or look for the link online at athensal.us.
One of the worst feelings you can have is that of being stranded. Well, BT's Towing, Tire, and Truck Repair makes that a thing of the past, with 24/7 towing services and roadside assistance in the northern Alabama and southern Tennessee areas. But that's not all. They also offer truck and trailer repair, mobile welding, brake service and repair, new and used tires, and other major and minor repairs. Their name says it all, BT's Towing, Tire, and Truck Repair. For 24/7 response, call 497-8234. That's 497-8234. BT's Towing, Tire, and Truck Repair. PASnetwork.net. It's now your gateway to the PlayAction Sports Network. Whether it's PlayAction sports coverage of school, youth, and amateur sports from Athens and Limestone County, or Calhoun basketball, James Clements sports, and Applebee's tailgate talk via PAS Plus. PASnetwork.net. Follow the links to download apps to hear live streams and podcasts, enable Alexa skills, or listen live on your computer. Covering Athens and Limestone County area sports, PASnetwork.net.
Here's what's on deck.
Youth fall sports registrations are going on at the Athens Rec Center. Soccer and flag football continue through July 20th for ages 5 to 12. Cost is $60 for each. Youth baseball and softball registration for ages 5 to 13 go through July 25th. Costs for those are $60 each. Elite baseball and softball registration for 8U, 10U, and 12U teams is also going on during that time. Cost for that is $500 per team. For more information, call 233-8740. Lindsay Lane will host a basketball camp July 10th through 12th at the Sandifer Road campus for kindergarten through 8th grades. Cost is $100. Register online at lindsaylanechristianacademy.org/basketball-camp. Calhoun will have baseball skills camps July 11th, 13th, and 18th for various ages. Cost ranges from $60 to $75. For more information, call Coach Cody Gaskill at 306-2840 or email cody.gaskill@calhoun.edu. James Clements will host a kids bowling camp for 1st through 6th grades July 17th through 19th from 2 to 4 p.m. at Bowl Madison. Cost is $75. You can sign up at jcathletics.net. Athens Bible School will host a softball camp July 21st and 22nd at the softball field behind Athens State. Cost is $75. For more information, contact Coach Jeremy Burns at 206-5732 or email jeremy.burns@athensbibleschool.org. Athens High will have various sports camps this summer. For more information, go online to acs-k12.org/camps. Calhoun Volleyball will have various camps over the summer. For information, go to the Calhoun Athletics Facebook page. The Jets All-In campaign has been set up to help various athletic programs at James Clements. For more information on donating, go online to jcathletics.net. Various fitness classes are being offered Monday through Saturday at the Athens Rec Center. Call 233-8740 for more information or visit the Parks and Recreation page on the Athens City website at athensal.us. If your sports group or organization has announcements, just email them to playactionsports@hotmail.com.
The Play Action Sports Report.
Looking for t-shirts with just the message you want? They're as close as your computer or mobile device. Just go to daddyoscustomtees.com and look through the selection of designs for the perfect one. Or say just what you want with your very own designer message. Daddy O's Custom Tees features short and long sleeve t-shirts plus sweatshirts, hoodies, aprons, mugs, and even pet apparel. With Daddy O's Custom Tees, you can have it your way, whether you need 1 or 100. Go to daddyoscustomtees.com. That's DADDYOS Custom TEES.com. daddyoscustomtees.com.
Attention high school sports fans, are you an armchair official? You know, the parent or fan who constantly yells at the referees and loves to let everyone know just how bad you think they are. Well, if you think you could do better, then get in the game and prove it. It's time for you to suit up and make the calls where they actually count. Every sport in Alabama needs more officials. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Keep up with local school, travel, youth, and amateur sports throughout the week with the Play Action Sports Update. Listen weekday mornings at 7:30 and weekday afternoons at 1:30 and 3:30 as we bring you the latest scores, news, and announcements from Limestone County and surrounding communities. That's the Play Action Sports Update 3 times a day, Monday through Friday on 1080 WKAC.
You've been listening to the Play Action Sports Report with Tim Lambert. Log on to PASnetwork.net for archives of this show and past shows, along with game streams, and to keep up with what's going on in Limestone County sports. Look for our monthly column in Athens Now, available everywhere. Contact us by email at playactionsports@hotmail.com, by sending a message to our Facebook page, or by texting 256-434-1PAS. That's 256-434-1727. Tune in for the Play Action Sports Update 3 times each weekday on 1080 WKAC, and catch up with us again next week for another edition of the Play Action Sports Report.